Without further ado, let's get right into it. I've collected a dozen training exercises that may help your team to become better at Jugger. The first one is a classic, the team clash, just to learn how to confront your opponents in the line. Also very useful in tournaments. Chaos Qwik, very funny and also nice for overview, especially useful if you have an uneven number of players in your training. Streetjugger, don't have enough players for a full game? No problem. The Sentry, very good if you have a weak and a strong team facing each other. Freeze, always a good element in your team training to let the players stay sharp and gain overview. Running mount, funny and overview training. Card tactics, employ a maneuver that has been drawn randomly from a pack of cards. Programmer, set one maneuver which you will exercise with your team at the next round. Reflection, always very good to do after every turn. Just look what went good and what went bad. System failure, what will happen if one player surprisingly drops out. And aside from team training, we also have individual training elements. There's the reinforcements, you have to be quick here to score a point. Or the Schnickschnack, fast reaction will win the game. The James Bond duel, just duel it out like in the good old time. 2 against 1 overwhelming, what to do when the odds stand against you. And last but not least, the Qwik Breakthrough. First, the team clash for normal team sizes but without a Qwik or a Jug. Both teams charge to the center like in a normal game, but when they clash, everyone who is hit is out. So there is no stone count and no downtime. Anyone who is hit is out. Doubles don't count here. It's the normal last man standing, so the last team that stands just wins the round. The team clash may also be played with 5 against 5 or 6 against 6 players, since it's all about the confrontation in the line, the orientation and the dueling techniques and supporting your teammates. Check out my training elements on Instagram as well at @on_Jugger, by the way. A variant would be to throw in a Qwik with the Jug for one team and the other team has no Qwik. So again, last man standing wins, or if the Qwik scores a point. If the Qwik is taken, the normal last team standing rule applies. Chaos Qwik. Now, this is a real classic. Chaos Qwik is 2 teams against each other, but only one Qwik. The focus is on team play, fun and field awareness. The Qwik is standing in the center and plays for the first team that manages to hit him. Then he circles the mount of that team and afterwards he charges for the opponent's goal. If he is taken again by the other team, he changes sides and circles the mount of the other team before he plays for that other team. They may not be taken while on the way to circle their new team's goal. Streetjugger. There are 2 equal teams. Each team has 3 or 2 enforcers, and then there's the Qwik. One team is the defensive and the other team is the offense. The Qwik stands with the offense while the defense stands at the goal. At a signal, the offense starts and tries to clear a way for the Qwik to score a point. If the Qwik is taken at any point in the game, he has to circle a cone at the offense and then plays for the opposing team. Offense and defense switch sides during the game without the game stopping. Sentry. Either the weaker team or both teams, if they are equal, have a sentry. The sentry might not leave a circle of around 4 meters around the goal. This is a good opportunity to take out speed of the game, either for inexperienced teams or to give less experienced teams a chance. All normal Jugger rules apply for the Sentry as well, they just must not leave the center circle around the goal. Freeze! This is an excellent training opportunity even for experienced teams and should be done frequently with inexperienced teams. The game runs as normal, but at a certain point of time you sound a whistle. At the sound of the whistle, everyone freezes and points at the Jug or the Qwik, for example. After that, everyone considers their position. What can they do better? What's the problem right now? Where are weaknesses? Where are strengths in the own team positioning? Where could be opportunities to score a point? The running mount. Now, this is a fun one. You have two teams, but you have one additional player who holds the only mount in the game. The mount player stands at the center of the sideline. As soon as one team gains control of the Jug, the mount player moves into the opponent's half and tries to evade both the opponent players and the opponent Qwik with this Jug. If the Jug changes teams, the mount player evades the other Qwik, of course. And so the mount is running around, the Qwiks are running around, and it's a hell of a fun. Card tactics. Now this is for adaptation, flexibility and team play. There are two normal teams, but each team draws a random card. Each card shows a different maneuver. The team then does the maneuver in question. A set of cards may be downloaded at the link shown in the comments. This forces your team to try new maneuvers as well as they have to adapt to strange maneuvers which their opponents are doing. The programmer. Again, this is a normal team play, but in this case no card is drawn. Instead, each team comes together and agrees on one maneuver they want to do in the next round. Encourage them to do different maneuvers and to adapt to the opponent's abilities. System failure. This is for normal team games or a team clash. There is Team A and Team B, and each player has a number, usually 1 to 4. The referee calls two numbers, one for each team, and the player named has to go down immediately and count down their stones. So players unexpectedly drop out of the game, at least for a short period of time, and the team has to adjust to this. Reflection. Now this should be self-understanding, but it isn't. This is for normal team games. But between every turn, players come together and look what went good and what went bad. Now we are coming from team training to a more individual focus. We start with reinforcements. This focuses on fast offense and hold fast defense. There are two players and a Qwik on the offense and one player on the defense, but after a short period of time, two reinforcements arrive from behind. And so the defense has the upper hand. The reinforcements might first have to wait for 2 stones, then for 1 stone, and then may start immediately about 10 meters behind the offense. You might find that even if reinforcements may follow up instantly, they will have a hard time to help the defense against the overwhelming offense and protect the mount. The game is over when the Qwik is taken, or when the Qwik scores a point by placing the skull in the mount. Schnickschnack or stone, paper, scissors. This is a fast reaction attack and flee game between two players. Consider that you suddenly have to change your focus in the midst of a duel. What now? Both players are moving up to each other for a game of stone, paper and scissors. The one who loses has to flee, the one who wins has to hit the fleeing player. The fleeing player does not defend, they just want to run and to reach the other wall. 007 Duel. A quick duel game for two players with a focus on adjusting on the situation. Two enforcers stand with their back to each other and at a signal take 3 steps. Then they turn around and are dueling it out. To make the duel a bit more interesting, remind the players to take steps of different length so that their distance is always different when they turn around. Overwhelming. This is a duel again, but in this case one player has to stand up against a greater force. They have to learn to hold their ground. But the lone player even wins when he scores a double. The other two players have to work together though to avoid doubles or getting hit. This focuses both on resilience by the one single player and the team play for the pair of attackers. Last but not least, the Qwik Breakthrough. This is a classic. One Qwik tries to score a point by evading the defense of the other. Remind the Qwiks though that they should not crush into each other. And that's it for now, but more is to come. For example, the anti-chain tutorial. And if you have own favorite training exercises, you are most welcome to leave us a comment or contact me and tell me about it. Maybe we can include your exercises in a future video. Until then, all the best and see you on the field.